Hey. Oh, I gotta... Does that work that way? No. That's not what I wanted to do. Where's the thing? There it is. Sorry, I had to run my insult bot. Chat. Good afternoon / evening. Welcome. I know it's a little bit late today. I gotta work tonight. I have a late work night. So, I figured I would start streaming a little bit late and stream to a little bit of a later time. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry to bother you, but I was curious if you've seen any birthday boys. Oh my god, birthday boys, stop it. No, I haven't actually. Have you? Penis. For no reason at all. I have to do that. All right, last epoch, because I want to get to the end game. How you doing, Wrath? The face cam's off. I mean, I'm also on my starting screen. TBH, if I'm being honest. IMHO. LMFAO. How are you, sir? Good to see you, man. Technically, not my birthday yet. Tomorrow is my birthday. But it's just... I'm streaming late. A little bit later today. Just got home from work. Not blazing hot like yesterday. It's a little hot here. But I don't know what temperature it is today. Unlock for me, phone. It just... Oh, it's pretty hot. It's like 90 outside. I think it is time for us to beat the game. Real quick. Just, real quick. Just to see what it's like. Since we're like way above the level now, and I should be able to kill this thing pretty quick. Pretty quick. How has YouTube and all this stuff been for you, dude? I mean, really, just, hope that life has been going well for you and stuff. Hoping the best for you and everybody. The real birthday stream will be this weekend. By the way, in case everyone's wondering, I'm doing Quake Miss in July. Verve? I don't know who Verve is. Should I know who Verve is? Ah, gotcha. See? I'm learning new things every day. Yeah, let me know what you think about DaVinci Resolve. I know a lot of people are pretty unhappy with Adobe and their how they're deciding to do things. But I really only know Premiere and After Effects. I don't know any other programs. I had some company reach out to me about doing like some partnership with their video editing software, but I didn't respond.
What is the void doing here? I have to get to the bottom of this.
Because I don't really want to learn another software program at the moment. Program. Program is a fun thing to say. Program. Not program. Program.
What do you think you're doing, my pitiful vessel maiden?
I am breaking the cycle. I refuse to be your sacrifice.
Disgraceful.
Wow, it's actually making me listen to this anyways.
Coming with child.
This is not rage. For millennia, the vessel maidens have died so you could live. Now feel the unending abyss of their despair.
What are you doing?
Why don't you show our guest the torment that now fills?
Interesting. Which I do a lot of keyframing when I do my editing. Well, depending on the editing, I suppose. Lately, it's just been chopping a video up. But like if I'm doing like my own YouTube, I do my own YouTube shorts. Like I edit my own YouTube shorts and I do them. But I do my own, like I import like my own graphic into it and all sorts of shit. So which when I do all that, probably better to use Adobe. Shit. Let me go. It's funny, like I use Premiere, but I kind of like using After Effects more than Premiere to do my editing. Is that weird? Like I can use After Effects to edit a video, and I think it's just because I've done more After Effects work. The only problem with After Effects is like there is so few encoding options when you export your video. To me, there's more control on After Effects than Premiere because you are usually stitching together multiple different graphics and objects. Although there are different parts of a Premiere that I wish you could have in Adobe, like just having the razor to be able to cut your clips or cut your video and everything. Interesting. I really wish they would just combine the two, you know? The fuck? Yeah, I should give it a shot. I wish they were just like Because, like, fuck, I would pay more money for a combined version, call it like Adobe Real or something like that, where you can have After Effects and Premiere in the same window. Or someone just develop a plugin to allow us to do that. Wait. Okay. That would be sick, right? Having like a plugin that just like integrates the two. Although I don't even know how, I don't know what that would look like. I don't even know how that would work. Makes you hard? Oh, shit. We really just went into that area of the discussion like this early. 299 void damage? Nut. Blah, 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 blah. Get that. I've never had good luck with Premiere and its playback function ever working well. Like, even like it buffering to like load all your video and audio and all that kind of shit. I don't know. I always feel like Adobe struggled with raw playback before like it's been exported. And I never really understood what the hang up is, like why that's such an issue for them. Maybe I'll have to try it out. I admittedly haven't really been doing a lot of Premiere or After Effects work lately, though. I've been doing mostly Photoshop shit. Mostly just for, like, thumbnails and whatnot. Ooh. Damn. The 24% mana efficiency with void spells is really, really tempting. I'm gonna try it out in place of this and see how it works. Oh, well. That could be a problem, since everything is mine is in 1440p. They really should give you a trial of the product with more functionality. So, does it have the ability to output into different like codecs, or does it? Do you still have to use something like Handbrake or Adobe Media Encoder to get the to like export to like a M4V or WebM file or something like that? Like, I think like my, I don't even know if I would use it for, well, like with After Effects and Premiere, I don't think you can export them to WebMs You can export it. I have to export it into like an MOV, I believe it is, so it maintains the alpha channel. But then I have to use Handbrake to convert it to a WebM. Although I think I can use Adobe Media Encoder to do it now.
Stand down or die.
Very good. Shit, I'm on this new medication and I think it's just like totally just like knocking me out. I'm so tired today, especially. Yeah, see, I would probably just continue paying for Adobe. I mean, and I'm not using much. I'm not using things much at the moment in a way where I feel like I need to switch, but I have been halfly considering a different program. At least for like, I don't know. I need to find some alternatives for vector graphics, for image editing, for effects, and for effects and rendering effects, and for video editing. Those are, I would need to like, I'd have to have an option for all of them, because that's the bonus with Adobe, is that my familiarity is packaged with all of them. Did I tell you that not long after, I think the last time you were here, when we were talking about the Steam Deck, is I ended up buying one? Yeah, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. So I just bought an OLED. Brilliant purchase. I sold my Switch to my girlfriend's brother. Because I don't need the Switch. Although I'm like, I had some folks like, you know, you need to do this, this, this. So like, I don't need to like do anything like extravagant on it. It's just nice being able to handheld play all of my Steam games, because I'm not going to be using my Steam Deck to play emulators and shit. I think that's like the thing that people get mistaken about me, is if I'm playing an old game of some sort, I don't need an emulator for it because I have consoles. And if I'm playing an old game, it's likely because I'm speedrunning it, which means I'm going to be using the console. I'm not going to be speedrunning a game on a Steam Deck. Yeah, like I play I play this, I was playing Torchlight, I was playing Diablo 4. I was doing all sorts of shit on it, but I don't need to do like, I don't need much more than it to be able to play my Steam games. Although I was looking at like some of the different like UIs and stuff like that that allow you to have like performance improvements on it. And I did like enable the developer tab so I can turn off like power saving to the Wi-Fi, because I was having some issues with network connectivity. So like things like that, cool. I did have to go through and kind of hack through getting Diablo 4 working because I don't own it on Steam. I own it on Battle.net. So I played that, and Diablo 4 plays fucking phenomenally. Diablo 4, outside of network problems, is a really good controller-based game. I think it fits really well on the Steam Deck. This game and Torchlight Infinite, not so much. But they're still playable. I was playing a little bit of Riftwalker. I was playing Sonic Mania. I'm trying to think. I was playing a couple other games. Yeah, Diablo 4. Like, in general, I think this Diablo 4 is a good controller game. I was just genuinely surprised with how well it played on controller. Yes. Sorry, everything's gotta be organized. Shatter. And I had a bunch of other games too that I got during the summer sale that were just like some basic survivor style games. I do feel like I'm not actually doing as much damage. I think it's just because the spell echo damage has went down. Yo, Genko. I'm doing good, man. How are you doing? Were you able to get your ticket? Come here, dude. No? Oh, man, I'm sorry. That sucks. That's really unfortunate. I am sorry to hear that, man. It's tomorrow, right? Same as mine, I think you told me. Well, I hope something good happens. 15% increased void damage. Okay. 1%. Well, other than that, I hope you are well, my friend. Gimme. Doing great. You guys are always the sense of optimism in this chat. Not me. You guys make the brand. I just scream obscenities. Like penis. Yeah, right? Totally just joshing you. I would never do that. I want to play some Command and Conquer, kind of. Command and Conquer sounds legit fun. Command and Conquer is a legit game. Like OG Command and Conquer. Yeah, I tend to say a lot of words. Ooh. What's the difference? Oh my god. Oh my god, there's like 3 unique items in a row right here. What the fuck? I'm gonna get him! I'm trying to have some energy right now. But I don't feel alive. And I gotta work tonight. I have not. I thought about it though. Seems like a lot of people are enjoying that game. It also seems like it had some issues at launch. What are you gonna give me? It's interesting looking. Dude, this build is stupid strong. It's still a little bit squishy, but is that free to play, or does that cost? Does it have a cost on it? Free? Yeah, and then it has microtransactions. Are Are they pay to win microtransactions? Maybe that's what I was hearing. Or is it purely cosmetic?
I cannot do that.
Nope, didn't want to do that. Yeah, maybe I'll check it out. Sooner rather than later. I got some things on the docket. We got Quake on Saturday. I'm going to try to do, however long it takes me, I'm going to try to do a full playthrough of Quake 1, 2, and 3.
I cannot do that.
That's going to be, that will be the official birthday stream. While tomorrow will be like the just like, hey, it's my birthday. But it's not going to be that special. I'm not really a big fan of my birthday, chat. I'm going to be honest with you. This has always been kind of a meh time of the year for me. Yeah, pretty much. Like, I don't have a lot of, like, family or friends, like, here in real life that I could, like, look forward to, like, you know, wanting to see me or hang out with me or wish me happy birthday, which kind of sucks. But it also kind of is what it is.
There is a very unstable situation. And it's unfolding very quickly.
Move toward more ideas that will actually help bring this thing to an end.
I mean, I got you guys and my girlfriend and whatnot. Make me feel special enough. Whoa! Crazy. Crazy with the Prime. 27 months. Holy shit. He lives.
I cannot do that.
How are you, dude? Spenny and I were just reminiscing about you the other day. Yeah, wow.
I cannot do that.
Busy as hell? You still have dynamite for spending? That's exactly what we were reminiscing about. Shit will never get old. Now I've been deep in on the 7 days lately. Now that they have officially, they're coming out of alpha. They're going to be an actual game now. Yeah. I think in a couple of weeks, actually. I have a server that's running the experimental build. It's still 7 days. It's not... I guess that's one of the things you can appreciate about the game is that it hasn't really changed a ton. But at the same time, it kind of has. And I think on Thursday or maybe Friday, because Saturday is when I'm doing my quote-unquote actual birthday stream with a Quakemas. I'll probably be doing a tech stream here soon. Some new tech stream stuff where I'm going to be learning about something for a change. Ew, no? You say ew, no, but that's what this stream is built on, was tech. Majority of my followers are people who are tech people, not that lame sequel shit. I gotta do some practice, man. Yeah, I prepare for the new job. I'll be doing, hopefully, if I can find an image. I gotta see if I can find an image first, but I'm gonna do an MP BGP VXLAN setup with Arista. I just gotta find hopefully it doesn't require like an orchestrator interface or anything to do it. That you have to just basically do it raw. That would be preferable. Cummy tech is what I specialize in. I hate it here. Why? 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 Getting tied in his cum jokes. What have you been up to, Crazy? What have you been getting into, man? How's work? What kind of work you been doing? Are you still my proud little network student? Even though you're not really a student? But I like to think that I taught you something. Yeah, I haven't seen Trash in a minute. I wonder what he's up to. Hopefully everything's alright with him. They'll do network admin stuff. Any cool stuff you've gotten to work on lately? You give me the scoop. We're on a new MDF core upgrade project. Cisco? Or working with what, 9300s? Or are you going with 9500s? Give me the lowdown. Talk nerdy to me, man. Why is my game like chugging? Cool. I got really lucky on this timeline. Oh my god, there's so many unique items popping up here. Holy shit. Gotta head out. Right on, Wrath. Hey, man. Thank you for stopping out. I appreciate it, and it's always good seeing you. Thank you for talking to me about DaVinci. I want to definitely check it out. If you have any information that you've been using, please feel free to either put it on Discord or just DM it to me or something. 9800s. Received 2 new wireless controllers Friday. Going with hardware controllers. Google and Angst, but if I find some helpful things, I've been looking else anyway. I appreciate it. It's always good to, I mean, someone who's a little more competent in it, it's always good to see like what kind of content you're using to help yourself out. Usually it's the better stuff. Thank you, sir. I haven't actually messed with Cisco wireless controllers in a while outside of my own. I have a 3504 sitting over here. I did buy a new fanless ISR 1100 for my house, so I wouldn't have to use my ASR 1001 anymore. And oh, hold on a second. I'll show you here in a second. I'll show you the new beast that I have. That maybe I'll set up on stream, but I gotta buy some stuff for it first. A lot of people going with virtual controllers these days. Are you like a multi-office setup with where you're at? Or is it mostly just like single office, campus kind of stuff? %. Area void cleave. Anyways, you want to see my new beast? The new monster I have? Check this shit out. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. It's my new server. That is a UCS C240 M4. I have a UCS C220 M4, which is a single blade pizza box. This is a 2U. I need it mostly for the drive space, because this one I think only has, it's either 6 or 8 drive bays on it. Clearly this one has a lot more. But I also want to try to do like a cluster setup, like a UCS cluster setup for that. Although I am using ESX, hopefully I can try to get a free version of ESXi still. I don't know if I'll be able to. Yo, Rosie, thank you for the raid. Bavik, Quantum. I was just showing. Now I gotta do it again. Damn it. I was just showing Crazy this, another guy in the chat who's a network admin, just showing him my new toy. Check this out. Yeah, buddy. You go change your pants now? It is Cisco. It's this UCS C240 M4. It doesn't have any hard drives and it has no memory. But this, can't remember what processors are it came with. Can't remember what. Yep. C240 M4. Yep. I wanted it mostly for all the drive space because my C220 M4 oh shit. Anyways, thank you, Rosie, for the raid. How was how's the stream? What were you getting into? Were you playing more FF14? Anyways, as I was saying, I wanted to get that set up with I wanted to cluster it together, but I don't know. I'll probably have to do like some of the Cisco view, the clustering. But I wanted a dedicated server just for my for like simulations and whatnot. That only cost me like $150. You can get the C220 M4s on eBay for like $100 maybe, and they're solid machines. I bought mine on eBay, and I bought upgraded CPUs for it too. Oh shit. Thanks, Genko. I'm a new streamer apparently. No, I haven't spun it up yet. I need to buy memory for it. It came with no memory. No memory, no hard drive. Which is fine. I need to... I'm actually moving my servers and shit. I have a closet on the other side of this wall that has ventilation in it and air conditioning. So I'm actually going to move my servers and everything over there because I'm so sick of hearing the fans all the time. I bought an ISR 1100 specifically because I was sick of hearing fans from my ASR 1001X. But I'll be using it to run like GNS3, and I'll probably move my storage over to that so that way I can use my current UCS C220 for other things. I would never be sick of hearing you. I love you, Luda. You're my favorite Australian. Mostly because I don't know that I know any other Australians. So, it's just like favorite by default. Yeah, I'm about to start a new gig, so I'm about to move from contracting work where I get paid hourly and every week to salary and getting paid less often, so I'm not going to have as much money, so I'm waiting for that to happen before I drop $400 on memory for it. So I want to get like 256 gigs. I'm your favorite nut. I don't know what to think about that, but you know what? I'm just going to say thanks. Mostly because I know that you don't have any nuts. So by default. How you doing, man? How are the runs, man? I think I only caught like the end of your last run this morning. Well, this morning for me. I don't know what it is, time it is for you on your side of the toilet. Gloves and a dagger. Finish at the exact same time as your fake PB? Like, how exact are we talking? %, of shield throw base converted to void. We're talking like 10th, 100th, 1000th of a second. Oh, whew. That would have been bad. You don't know? What do I pay you for? Hmm? Tribute Day? No. My birthday is in, was it 7 o'clock now? Like 5 hours? Or say goodnight, but her PC shut down too fast for her to type it. Oh, tell her I said thank you very much, and I really appreciate her coming and giving the raid, and that I hope that her stream was amazing, great, and fantastic. And that I'm glad that she trusts bringing her community here for whatever reason. And anyone who came in with the raid, thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate it. I am Radiooptimism, if you didn't know that already. I figured maybe you didn't see the name and that I would have to repeat it. But I'm playing video games on the internet. You can occasionally catch me doing some tech stuff. But overall, you see a little bit of every type of game here. She said she was getting trolled. By who? And by what? For no other reason other than just my own morbid curiosity. I'll promise I'm going to come in and stop by the stream sometime when I decide to be a useless human being during the day and not work. Why don't I say what really happens on here? Oh, they'll find out in due time. If they stay. Listen, you gotta get them to stay first, right? It's a lot like, you know, people who vote for Trump. They had to you have to give them that sense of security that it's okay to say and do whatever you want by pretending it, you know, you're fine, and then you bust out the cum. The cum jokes, not the actual cum. Jesus. It's funny, like, so you asked Siri the other day if it was going to rain tomorrow. She replied yes, and I asked, Shirley, you can't be serious. She said, I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. Turns out I had my phone on airplane mode. Was that a Leslie Nielsen joke? Did you just did you really just hit with a Leslie Nielsen joke? Because goddamn. Hold on. Hold on. Also, hey, Professor Bedtime. That was like, you know, you had to wipe off your screen. Oh, why? Hey, anyone who can hit with that subtle Leslie Nielsen joke absolutely deserves a sub. 100%. No, thank you for the view. Muchos gracias. Quantum, are you guys in Europe? England? Ish area? I was asking for science. Totally science. 100% science. How have you been, Professor Bedtime? What you been up to, man? I get. Big up, back to work. Happy early birthday. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Please don't be a stranger. I'm always happy to see you around, dude. I gotta work tonight too, though, so I got some silly network stuff to do. That's not firewall rated for once in my life. Thank God. If I have to do any more firewall work, I'm gonna vomit. Nice. I'm getting really lucky. I feel like the drop rates have increased. And by the way, thank you again for the sub too, Crazy. God, Crazy has been around this stream forever. A long, long time. Almost as long as Genko. This isn't Diablo, okay? Come on. I can just imagine Tides just giggling like a little girl. Four years? Has it really been 4 years? Oh my god. That's nuts to me. Wow. Yes. Nuts like cowboy butts. Totally like cowboy butts. Thank you guys for being cool today. You guys just gave me a little bit of energy. I've been really low energy today. Really, really tired. This new meds I'm on are just ripping it out of me, man. Like a penis. I don't know why I'm full clearing this. I don't need to full clear this. What's the fun in that? What's the fun of leaving it in there? It gotta have the in and out motion. Otherwise, it's not really butt stuff. It's just holding in a poop. Jesus Christ. I've descended. Literally devolved before you guys' eyes. Oh, God. No, don't just... Come on. You guys are gross, you know that? Just disgusting. Absolute degenerates. What does attunement do for me? Each point of attunement grants 2 mana and improves skills that rely on the innate magic inside you and your surroundings. Would that be worth speccing into? No, don't do that. The fuck? That's fire and void resistance. Vitality, increase health regen. Block effectiveness. I can't block. Axe attack speed. Now I think I'm gonna take this. I want to try to get my resistances up. And it gives me attunement, so I get mana out of it. Alright. You agree, chat? Even though you guys are weird and gross. What we got? Cold damage. Necrotic. Nothing too great. You're done? Done what? Nutting? Ew. You don't gotta tell us that. By the way, Tide, I have, I can make mini bikes now. I need a lot of mechanical parts and wheels and all that shit. Yeah, dude, crack-a-books. You max out your lucky looter and then go to crack-a-books. That's the way to do it. I have perfected the loot speed run of that game, basically. You haven't found a crack book? Probably because I looted them all. I did find another decent-sized town to the north. And then there's Wasteland. Or no. Wherever there's Wasteland, there's another giant city. I can make a wrench. If you need me to. Only level 1, but I need mechanical parts. I need a shit ton of forged iron and mechanical parts. Like I think a wrench requires like 20 or so mechanical parts. So also, I think I'm with you on the last playthrough. I really liked having a base in the desert biome. I don't know why that was kind of fun. Made me want to kind of make a base in another biome, but with the way that I built the mixer file for this, we should be able to get any kind of building in any biome. The only difference between the different biomes is going to be like the loot stages. That's it. But the prefabs themselves can exist in any biome now. Yeah, and like there's just a shit ton of resources around, like the nitrate, iron, lead. It was just really easy to get resources. You're gonna make your base? Yeah, I just want to find a really cool, like, intricate, well-built underground POI, similar to what I had in the last server. But I knew that one existed, but I'd like to find something new, like a different type of POI.
I cannot do that.
I also want to try Almost Human, or was it? What was the game that just came out? Fuck, is it Almost Human? I don't think it was. Once Human? Human cock? Yeah. I want to try that. It's free to play, and it's open world survival craft base building kind of thing. And Shrouded was actually had a lot of potential as well.
Stand down or die.
I can't play the First Descendant simply out of principle. Oh my god. Because it's developed by Nexon. That company is a piece of shit. Nexon's a company who tries to claim ownership of shit that's not theirs. Like all the time. They like a couple of like old developers from Nexon left and made their own company, and that's where Dark and Darker came from. And Dark and Darker used I think it was they just used like basic Unreal store assets. And Nexon tried to claim that they used our assets, even though they very clearly used like the basic store assets, but Nexon refused to accept it and sued them into the ground. Now, I don't play Dark and Darker, but it's that kind of shit that when devs do, it's not the first time they've done shit like that, basically. The city we're in is pretty big. I've explored through most of it. But it's not as big as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be much bigger when I first explored it. But it does have some really cool like buildings in it. I just haven't seen anything that's really been like new. Damn. I really want something different. Let's see how much damage Rive does. You make all your wayfinders at 30, but 7 days? Yeah, it has that effect on you, doesn't it? I started posting all the started getting my wayfinder VODs posted onto YouTube finally. I skipped a few months of my Path of Exile content because I lost a lot of it when my hard drive on my server died. And I didn't feel like downloading all my Twitch VODs because they looked like shit. And I didn't have the time to, so. A lot of them, I think, expired because it was so long ago. All right. I can't believe how many. Interesting. There's so many like unique nodes on this. I'm gonna go grab this last set one, then I can burn through this and get the buff out of it. I had a computer company. I'm not saying this to talk shit about them, by the way. But I had a computer company that makes pre-builts reach out to me on Twitter, asking me if I would be interested in being affiliates with their program. But I told them, no thank you, because I've never used their systems before. And unless I had the chance to use one of their systems, I couldn't really justify promoting a technology or a company that I have no experience working with or know anything about. Yeah, but the only problem is it's an affiliate program, which means they're not gonna like send me a computer or anything like that. It's just like essentially give me a code to get a certain amount of money off of if someone buys a computer with it. And really, I'm only comfortable doing that. I mean, I think I'd be doing my community a disservice by advertising technology that I don't personally use myself or have never used myself. I feel like that would be very sellout. And it's not like you guys are going to use a code to buy a computer anyways off of to benefit me. I don't have a large enough following for that to ever really happen. All right. But I mean, it's cool that they reach out to me. It's not a knock on them or anything. I'm only gonna do something like that if. Now, if I could get. I would love to be like, I'm not, you know, a big streamer or anything, but like if I were to ever have a chance with Meta PCs, I absolutely would. Because the guy who runs Meta PCs is super cool guy. And they're, in general, just a dope company. I mean, I can build my own PCs, sure. But, you know, I'm enough of an enthusiast now that I don't need to build my own PC, you know? I can fix and upgrade it on an as-needed basis. God, this build is so fucking strong. Honestly, even though I have a 13900K, like I haven't really been happy with that processor. I kind of considering going to AMD. Just because I've had a lot of problems with this processor. At least on this particular build. That gave me like 3 pieces to that set. That's interesting. Alright. Let's do these echoes. What is where are your PC specs, Tide? Also, chat, anyone else out there who's chilling, you want to share your PC specs? I'd love to hear them. Similar to me, I have 13900K, 3080 Ti. I'm running DDR4, but I kind of want to rebuild. Why can't I kill these things and get DDR5? Yeah, 64 gigs here. I've had problems with my 13900K though, because I was having issues where I was getting can't remember the blue screen exactly, but it had something to do with like the memory failing. And what I ended up discovering that it was I think it had something to do with the bandwidth of what the processor can support. Like the 13900K can't support more than 3200 like speed. Well, it can, but if you do, you get like memory exception errors that happen, like blue screens. So to fix that problem, I had to declock my memory down to a maximum of 3200. And yeah, and other problem that I had was I was getting shit. What is it? I was getting thermal throttled. I mean, I'm still getting a thermal throttled a lot, but I had to undervolt. 8700, huh? Wow, you haven't. That's going back in time, dude. Yeah, I was getting thermal throttled, so I had to. I undervolted by. How much did I undervolt by? 0.011 volts, and then I lowered my clocks because this thing was overclocked. God, I think it was like even now I'm still running pretty warm on this thing. I probably need to lower the clock a little bit. But in 2019 it does what you need. My bad. I'll shut the fuck up. Yeah, I want to go with DDR5. But I don't know enough about the 14900Ks to know if those would be a good choice. Yeah, I just used I mean, there's been a few BIOS updates, I think, that were supposed to have helped with it. Which it did. But I still get... If I play certain games and don't lower my clock and limit my memory bandwidth, it'll crash every time. And I think it's just because if you look up the specs for 3200... or for the 13900K, 3200 for DDR4 apparently is like one of its max speed. I think it's like its max speed that it can technically support. Actually, I'm kind of considering buying. So this C240 M4 actually supports graphics cards. I think it's like they're not like great graphics cards, but I was thinking, depending on how good the graphics card is for it, I wonder if I can throw it in there and then do NDI streaming to it and stream from my server. That would be sick. Yeah, mine is running at, I think, 5.4. Hey, cats. How are you doing? And mine's running at 5.4, but it's like minus 0.110 volts. Yeah, mine's hot. Mine's running really hot right now. In fact, hot enough that I probably need to lower my clock. Yeah, I'm like bouncing between 80 and 90. I just use Intel's Extreme Tuning Utility. You're alive? Well, you know, I'm happy you're alive, and I love you, cats. It's good to see you. The array makes you nervous. I have enough cooling on that monster back there that I'm not really worried. But I'm also doing a ton of shit. Like, I still run OBS on my local computer even if I'm not streaming on it, because of the way that I have my stream set up. But I'm also playing a game and listening to music and all that shit. Hell yeah. Increase tuning and staff drop. 50% wand drop. I don't want any of these. What the hell? That's kind of a... Those were kind of lame. Alright. Dude, 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 dude. Like the way that I have my stream set up is streaming PC. You know what? Let's do this. So 600. That's also super old too. Don't the 8700s and 9700s share the same socket? Pretty sure they do. Hold on, I'm gonna draw this out for you, Quantum. Display capture. All right. So I have two computers here. What? All right, hold on. Let me delete this one. I have two computers. This is gaming. Yep. Dude, I love Lucidchart. Gaming and streaming. So I have... This is my capture card is on my streaming computer. I'll say this is my monitor. Okay. So I have a... So this is DisplayPort. And then for my graphics card to this, it's HDMI. Actually, we'll do this. So this is GPU. Right. Essentially how I have it set up. So I don't have an output on my capture card. It's just installed on my streaming PC. And then I run OBS locally on my gaming computer. So we'll do it this way. So I run OBS from that. And on OBS, I output, say, so the capture card shows up as a third monitor on my gaming computer. So I just use a projector on OBS to project to the... Actually, it's probably not... This is probably not the right way to set it up, right? I wonder how probably something like this. This would be HDMI. Yeah, like that. So technically, I mean, this is sort of in the path of the HDMI. Suppose you could do something like this. Let's see, arrange, bring to front. So kind of like that. So from my graphics card on my gaming computer, it goes straight to my capture card, right? Via HDMI. And then on OBS, I just project it onto my third monitor, which is just the capture card. And then I run OBS. Running OBS locally allows me to hear all of my audio, and be able to control things on my Stream Deck and all that kind of stuff without having to do any sort of audio routing on my streaming computer and then doing like audio delay and all that shit. I don't want to deal with that. I have a beacon right here, which you can't really see. It's right here. It's called a Beacon Mix Create, which is just like an audio mixer essentially. That allows me to control all of my computer audio. So this is what it looks like. So like I have my game audio, which I can, adjust up and down as I need. Music audio. And then OBS, which is set up as AUX. And I can just send it all over to this, which is my capture card. It just compresses it all into one, like you would in most other situations. I mean, it's a little bit of a complicated setup, but it works out really well. If I can make it simple in the long run, yeah, because my streaming computer now is 100% dedicated to streaming and recording. I don't have to do anything else on it. No special audio stuff or anything. The complicated audio routing that I would have to do is made much simpler with this beacon device. This beacon is a godsend. It is amazing. It transformed my audio and simplified it tremendously. Like, it's like a no-brainer for a streamer. Like a Stream Deck is another thing. It's a no-brainer. The only thing I have problems with is my microphone's XLR. So, and the beacon doesn't have an XLR input or anything. So I have another mixer for like my instruments and all that shit whenever I would play guitar or whatever. But I just pipe that into Voice Meter, and then Voice Meter just spits that out into an AUX channel on my beacon. It sounds funky, but I promise you it's not. It's actually pretty simple. It works really well for me. Because if I were to... trying to do a single PC setup for me now doesn't make any sense. Mostly because when I record, I'm recording at... I'm using HVEC, so everything's 1440p at 60 FPS. But it's using my GPU. And then I stream with my CPU using 264, like you would usually. So my CPU on my streaming computer is 100% dedicated to streaming. And my GPU is 100% dedicated to recording. Which is why doing a single PC setup would not work. No matter how powerful they are. Clear as mud. Damn. I mean, and I don't really have a lot of issues with my stream stuff. The only weird thing that ends up happening from time to time is like when I don't notice what's going on with stuff. So I just have another monitor attached to my streaming PC so I can see it. I used to just do it through remote desktop. And my butthole is not a beacon. In fact, it's probably the I would venture to say it's the opposite of a beacon. Okay. I haven't been streaming for 2 hours yet. I feel like I've been on for a lot longer than that. I really don't want to work tonight. Yeah, it's because I have to work. And I need a reason to stay awake. Otherwise, I'm going to be too tired. Commander's Chain Belt of Sanctuary. I need a good purple ring. So I can do the Temporal Sanctum and combine it with something that has legendary potential. Exalted, not purple. Exalted. I couldn't think of the effing word. I didn't really need to stay there longer than that. So just shatter these. Damn, this had tier 7 attunement on it. Very goog. I really wish it wouldn't have given me the option to drop bows. I don't really need bows. chat? What are you guys giving me for my birthday? Are you guys getting anything good? Tide's excluded. He already gave me something. Movement cast speed. That has void penetration on it. Tide just has to show up. Yep. Cool. Sentinel level of Rive, huh? It's nice. I want that void penetration. Yeah, we need some new shit. A bunch of stuff that doesn't have any forging potential on it. Biloom, biloom, biloom. Melee void damage. How much? Can I see how much melee void damage I have? I only see void damage. I have 822 void damage, by the way. Fuck. I don't know how much of that's melee void damage, though. It's 36. I think I have stuff here that gives me melee void damage, right? Kind of. Oh, there's some here too. Doesn't tell you how much though. Is this firewall coding? Does that look like firewall coding? Is this what you perceive firewall coding to look like? I'm not sure that makes you a smart man. Well, that answers our question for us, doesn't it? But also, hey. There are a bunch of lines and you have to pick which ones can talk to the other ones. No. Incorrect. Also, if this was firewall coding, there would be like vomit and diarrhea involved. This would basically be like a commercial for some pharmaceutical drug, where all the effects, all the symptoms and side effects that it causes are worse than the thing it's supposed to fix. I just want an exalted ring. That's all I want. How are you, Spawn? What are firewalls supposed to do? A lot. Not just prevent someone from talking to someone. It does other stuff, I'm sure. Because you can't, by using a firewall as a route processor at the same time, takes away resources that it would need for other functionality, like encryption or decryption, tunneling, that kind of stuff. East-west, IDS, IPS, north-south, IDS, IPS. Is it easier to just combine all of them into one? Yes. Is it efficient? No. Did that help? When I say IDS, IPS, IDS is intrusion detection. IPS is intrusion prevention. So, you know, things that are looking for, detecting, and monitoring for different threat signatures, whether it's vulnerabilities, antivirus, that kind of stuff. And then another system that takes action against identified vulnerabilities or intrusions, that kind of stuff. Through, you know, whether it be quarantining or something. You don't want to have that. How would you explain what a firewall's job is to a 9th grader? I wouldn't. Because I don't teach 9th graders. I would say a firewall is a security device. Let me think of a good way to explain this. I gotta think of a good metaphor. Yet. Because a firewall is more than just blocking two devices from communicating, right? It's not just that. I don't know, I can't think of a good way to explain it. I guess I'm not smart. I guess I'm just terrible at this shit. I guess I'm stupid. Thank you for affirming that with everyone. Is this what you wanted? Make me feel and look stupid in front of everybody? Are you happy now? Honestly, I don't know. I can't think of a good way. I need to think of a good metaphor. Like, the first thing that comes to mind is like, think of it like having, you know, a roof on your house. You know, the roof is not just there to protect you, or to, you know, to protect you from the weather. But I can't think of any other things that a roof does because I don't know anything about a roof. You know, a roof is there to keep you warm. It is there to protect you not just from one type of weather. I don't know. The firewall is there to direct and monitor the traffic. Direct, monitor, and protect. It's like the police officer of the network. So does it sometimes direct traffic for you? Yeah, sure, it can. But asking a police officer to direct traffic is kind of a waste of what a police officer can do. You know, it's there to enforce and prevent things from happening. And when things do happen, you know, it's also there to, you know, dish out the crime or dish out the punishment if it can. It's like a detective, I guess. Is that better? Did I do a better job? Like, honestly? You don't know? Did I explain it in a way that you're clearly incapable brain could understand? Instead of you being a fucking troll all the time. Jesus Christ. Trying to get a goddamn answer out of you guys in a serious manner is literally like pulling teeth from an asshole. Like a literal, actual asshole. I hate you. I think the best gift I can get for my birthday is to delete OBS from my computer and never stream again. You're all good, cats. Spawn is just, with his intentional stupidity, is driving me out of my fucking mind. You found charcoal or coal? I think we have some of that already. I literally said, in all seriousness, was that a good explanation? I don't know. I never used firewall before. Oh my god. I'm gonna freak out. I'm just seriously just gonna lose it. Because router is just access lists. Access lists are not intelligent. Firewall does more than just access lists and policies. Like I said, a firewall is doing things like for instance, you have to update a firewall with different signatures, like an antivirus. And those signatures are watching for specific types of traffic on the network that pass the firewall that are, in those like signatures, whether the threat signatures like SQL injections or vulnerabilities for SSH, that kind of stuff. And when it finds that and sees that it's being exploited, it's able to take whatever that is and immediately take action against it. So if you have SSH being exploited on your network and it detects it, it can take action to, stop it from being exploited because of those signatures. Route processing takes up a significant number of resources, and to bundle route processing and security onto one device, you're doing a couple of things like, putting all your eggs in one basket, but you're also, taking away the ability for that device to do more. Maybe it's a router, you understand? So routers I think there's probably a good argument to be made that routers probably aren't as important anymore because there's lots of devices that can do routing. But there's also some things that routers do that I think are also overlooked. Just like a firewall, routers can also dedicate their time to doing things like QoS. So having a route processor dedicated to quality of service and being able to bucket your traffic however you see fit is resource intensive, and you don't want to bundle that onto everything. Switches, while they can do QoS, if you're doing DSCP QoS, that's fine. But the moment or if you're doing COS, class of service type of layer 2 QoS, switches can do that. But the way that switches work with express forwarding and the way that they switch on the backplane, they are less efficient for doing things like QoS and advanced route processing. They're going to end up being slower. They also have a limited ability in doing expansive route tables. But switches have come a long way now. There are things like core switches and whatnot that can do that stuff, but they have things like supervisors in them and supervisor modules that are dedicated to doing that kind of stuff. And if you look at it from that perspective, it's kind of unnecessary when a router does that without having, a supervisor module in it. I mean, if you're on a construction site, you have, different people who can do different things. You might have a guy who's good at operating the crane, another guy who's good at operating, a backhoe. And sure, they all work well, and they can do the other person's job, but there's someone who is specific to that job and is good at that job. And then you have a supervisor who is supposed to be able to supervise and bring everyone together to do all of the work at the same time and get it done. It's kind of like that. You have a switch, which it does its job doing layer 2 stuff, MAC to ARP, that kind of thing. You have your router, which is dedicated to just managing everything else that's leaving the network. And you have the firewall, who is protecting it. There are a lot of companies who will and do consolidate a lot of those functions into, one device or, single device or maybe a pair of devices. And that's an absolutely, that's a fine way to do that. It's a cost-effective way of doing things, but in an enterprise, that limits your scalability. It limits how much you can do with your network. because then you start to run into resource and capacity problems, especially when you want to start pushing 10 gig, 40 gig, 100 gig, 400 gig, that kind of stuff. Those devices that are dedicated to just running, the devices that you have running as firewalls and switches and routers all at the same time, start to be overloaded, and then you have to buy bigger, more expensive ones, and then you have to upgrade those ones too. But instead, you could just offload those onto dedicated devices and not have to worry about that. Instead of having one person do all the work at a construction site, you have multiple people who are maybe not, either they're experts or just very good at doing one specific thing, doing those one specific things. Having one person to build a shed might be fine, but once you start to build, you know, a skyscraper, you're going to need more than one person. How was that? Did I do a good job? I mean, it's a legitimate argument, and it's a legitimate question to say, I don't understand why you can't just collapse those functionalities into like single functions. And that, I think a lot of companies do that, and I've done it in the past too, where look how modem router combos suck. You need a good router. Yeah. And you know, a router and modem combo is probably good for most people, but then again, it depends on. Yeah, but that's different technology. You're talking totally different technologies that doing something completely different. Your graphics card can do all that, yes, but your graphics card isn't a router or a firewall or a switch. That it's operating on a completely different layer. That's not operating in the network stack. Like, the GPU doesn't give a shit about the TCP/IP model. And in order for it to give a shit about the TCP/IP model, it has to be integrated with that, which is going to take up a significant number of resources, which is why you have devices that are dedicated to doing that kind of stuff. But it's good for some people. It is really, it's going to be tailored to the experience of what are you doing it? What are you using it for? What exactly is the purpose, or what's the goal? If you're a small business that just needs an internet connection, you could probably collapse everything down onto a firewall and a switch and not have to worry about it. If you have a data center with, you know, a couple hundred servers, and maybe you have a couple of remote sites that need to reach your data center, and everyone's using the same internet pipe, they're just, you know, backhauling over a private circuit, then you're probably going to want to start to segment your services into different devices. Tide, are you still around? You're still listening? This is actually going to be a good this would be a good question for you. So, because this is going down your lane. On SQL servers, how many of your SQL servers do you have that run more than just SQL? Like, do you have SQL servers that run other heavy applications? Or are your servers specifically dedicated to SQL services? But I'm talking about like your business. You have both? Okay. So would you recommend having like resource dense applications on your SQL server just because the server can do it? Or would you recommend having a SQL server that is, let's say, a hefty SQL server dedicated to doing just SQL. This is a good philosophical discussion because there's like a million ways to approach it. Right. It's one of those situations where just because it can do it doesn't necessarily mean that's how it should be done, or that it's going to be done. Because, as I'm sure you're aware, or that you warn people of, is that doesn't scale. And what happens when that SQL server suddenly needs to grow and needs more, but you have a critical application that's sitting on it? What do you do? I'm sorry, I don't mean to. I hope I'm not sounding combative, Spawn. It's just that's just a really good actual question or good technical discussion. It's also kind of irritating because it goes down the road of what I had a CEO say to me once when they said, oh, you know, why can't we just get fiber? I got fiber to run to my house for free. Why can't we just have fiber? When it's kind of within that same realm of, you know, it's not the same. Your home residential fiber internet is not the same as, you know, our enterprise internet. Yeah. I mean, and so based off what Tide's saying, I know it's not, you know, networking, but it's a very similar concept in that if you are a small company that doesn't have a whole lot going on and it's something, you know, tiny, you can absolutely collapse things down into, you know, smaller pieces of the pie. But when you get, but if you plan on growing and you need to grow, there is going to be obviously a bigger upfront investment in your infrastructure. But it gives you that capacity to grow, and it gives you flexibility. Whether it's your SQL database or your network. If you have, I mean, you can buy. I'm just going to throw some prices out here that are completely off the top of my head. Actually, no. Let's do this. This is good. So we'll do this. So if I were to look up, let's see, we'll go to, where's Palo Alto. I think it's 5200s. Skip. I think it's a 5200. Which one is this? Hardware. It's FIPS hardware kit. This actually does not have the price. About PA 5220. Yeah, I mean, so if PA 5220 is a very beefy firewall, like very beefy, so you're going to be spending about $52,500 list price for that firewall. That doesn't include like subscriptions to different services that you would need, like it says, like DLP, antivirus if you're using like Cortex, encryption, decryption, stuff like that. It's basically a firewall, the kind of thing that you're talking about, just a basic ass firewall, not doing anything else. But this is the kind of firewall you would need if you're a mid-sized company who doesn't want to use a router. Versus you could probably buy something for a fraction of this cost, like a, I don't know. Oh, Jesus. The bots have been bad lately. I think a 3220 is one. Yeah, so like a PA 3220 is going to set you back about $18,000, $19,000. Combine that with a Cisco 8300. I think it's like 8331. I don't remember which one it is. The fuck? So ISR 8300, I think it is. No. Let's go to Cisco's website. Products, networking, routers. All right. Oh, so it's just 8300. We could just look at this. Yeah, so 13,000 plus, what was the other one? 19,000. And you now have segmented your services for less than the cost of the 5220. So, what is it? So 19,000 plus 13,000 is 32 grand. Now, if I were to if I wanted to consolidate all the services that I would be using, that's probably the equivalent of that. I'd have to use like a PA 5220 firewall, which is, oops, that's not what I want to do. So 32 grand versus 52,000. If you wanted scalability and flexibility to grow. So you have to kind of figure out how you want to approach it. Which is not 52,000. Yeah, 52,500. Also, this doesn't include support and RMA stuff and all that kind of stuff too, which is going to add a lot more to it. Yo, Robbie! Hey. What's up, Witch? Chrome? Oh, shit. I just took my glasses off. What the fuck are you thinking? How you doing, man? How's FF14? Hey, you want to see something crazy that I don't know if you're going to appreciate or not? You want to? You want to see it? You want to see it? Say yes. See it now. Ban him. Ban him. Tired of it. Anyways, welcome everybody from Ryan Stream. Appreciate you guys coming in. We're playing a little bit of Last Epoch, trying to get to some of the end game. And we're also talking some tech stuff. I don't know if anyone came in with a raid as in the tech industry at all. We're talking about the philosophical questions of what firewalls are. Yes, this is great. Are you if you like Diablo 4, you will absolutely love this. If you want to like or play Path of Exile but are intimidated by it, then this is like the middle ground between Path of Exile and Diablo 4 in my opinion. It's very, very, very good. It has this is their first cycle or season, whatever you want to call it, and they have introduced a lot of end game. They have a shit ton of items in the game. There's a great item chase. The game is just good. I highly recommend it. And there's a lot of things you can do to customize how you play the game. And it also has probably one of the better crafting systems of any ARPG. Like, I'll show you here in a second. Let me kill this giant dick in the ground. So you pick from, you know, your 5 different classes. The Sentinel, Mage, Rogue, Acolyte, and there's one more, Primalist. Oh, right. Cool. I'll shut the fuck up. You're out of ads jail? About fucking time. I was ready to ban you. I'm gonna be honest. I'll be. Chat's like, man, you really need to ban Ronnie. They were talking. They weren't, you know. They didn't actually, like, you know, type it. They were too afraid you'd be mad. So they said it. You can't clip it either because I deleted the VOD. Yeah, that's just, don't listen to Spawn. Anyways, I asked if you wanted to see something cool that I don't know if you would appreciate or not. Yeah, let's go ahead and shatter this sumbitch. You can try? Alright. Let's see. Let's see. Alright. Because I had to show it off to everybody. This bad boy. It's my new server. Oh. Alright, anyways. Yeah. My new server. Fucker's heavy. Is it quieter than my old server? No. I mean, I don't know yet, actually. I don't have any memory for it. But yeah, it's pretty, it's a beast. I bought it specifically because I have another server just like that, but it's maxed out on hard drives, and I need something for storage. So I'm going to turn that into my storage and my simulation machine so I can do like network simulation stuff. It has hold on. This has E5 2680 V4 CPUs. Yes, that's totally what I did it for. This actually has slower CPUs than my other server, but that's not a problem. And I don't need to do that. I just turn your stream on. And I'm good to go. You know, scoop, scoop, yum, yum. Or something like that. I think that's what people call it. Yeah, I just sit there and wait for you to turn on the echo and go, ah! And then I finish. Yeah, I got a new server. I'm sorry. I can't help it. It just happens. It just, you know. What do you want me to do?
Yes.
All right. I'm sensitive.
Take care.
What the fuck was I doing? Yes. Anyways, how's the stream? Besides you being tired. We were talking about nerd stuff. I was trying to explain a firewall to chat. And then we got into a philosophical discussion on firewalls and why can't they just be routers? And I wasn't sure if chat was being facetious and trying to troll me, because it almost kind of worked. Do a bunch of dailies and then tried to spawn a world boss. How's their new content? Maybe the unintentional troll? No. Anything that Spawn types in this chat is 100% intentional. He doesn't know how to unintentionally troll. Moon stuff. Ooh, that's a lot of melee. Damn. All these exalteds dropping. Spawn knows how to troll me, and I hate it. Because his method of trolling is literally just being stupid. Like, he's not a dumb person, but he acts like his method of trolling is acting like a dumb person. Which makes me rethink whether or not I think he's a dumb person. And it's fucking annoying. I hate it. It absolutely drives me out of my mind. Dragon boner. Rain's insane. For July, you're outside a minute and you're drenched. Well, where at? Where at exactly? This is like, we're talking social security number, zip code, all your passwords, you know, normal shit. Just stuff that you should be comfortable sharing on Twitch. Oregon? I feel like it's just rainy there in general. Or am I wrong? I mean, if you want to answer that question, Ronnie, then let me turn off my camera and get my Johnson & Johnson. And we can have ourselves a little chin wag of it. You know what I mean? It's been pretty horrendous today in the UK. I've only been to the UK once, and when I was there, it rained for like, I was there for like 4 weeks, and it rained for like 2.5 of them. It's just your brain braining? Yeah, which brain? Yeah, good. I appreciate the raid, though. And anyone who came in with the raid, welcome everybody. And thank you guys. I don't know why Ronnie entrusts his community here. Because Well, I think I do, because I think he and I are about as grotesque as, or similarly grotesque in a number of ways. Whether or not he can express it on stream, I'm the one who pretty much does. Who knows why Ryan does anything? Big effing shrews, dude. Holy. That's the most true thing that's ever been said. But also, yeah, me too. Why I do any of the things I decide I'm going to do, like buy a giant fucking server. Although it was a good price. I did get it for a good price. I won't have it set up in time to do some of my simulations that I want to do. I have my other server. We'll be doing some... If anyone here is in the tech field, I'll be doing a... I think on either Thursday or Friday, I'm doing a MP BGP VXLAN setup with some Arista switches in GNS3. I don't know how to do that yet, so we're going to learn on stream. So if you guys like tech content, then you absolutely are not at the right place. I like to think I'm smart, but chat likes to routinely remind me that I'm not.
Stand down or die.
Routinely. When I say routinely, I mean basically most of the time.
I cannot do that.
You think I'm smart? Mm-hmm. Insert sus emote here. Stop coming. But also, leave me alone. Uh, 2 seconds of frenzy after you use a traversal skill. That could be interesting. We do some tech stuff here from time to time. I gotta learn it for my new job. It's a lot of stuff. I have so much stuff that the game is starting to hate my stash. Throwing attack critical strike multiplier. No. That's an interesting wand. No, 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 no. I'm gonna sell all these. Warpath area. I'll keep those. Those ones aren't bad. Rogue adorned idol. Alright. Bump, 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 bump. Bump, bump, bump. Someone needs to update their SQL database. Make this game faster. Tab is full. Incorrect. Anyways, I was going to do something for Fresh Witch. I don't remember what it was, though.
Yes.
It was something. Oh! I remember. I was explaining how the classes and stuff work. So there's 5 classes. There's Sentinel, Primalist, Rogue, Mage, and Acolyte. I'm playing the Sentinel class. So your Sentinel class has its own, the base class has its own like passive talent tree. And you build that out, and as you put points into your talent tree, it opens up new skills. Once you hit to 20 points, you get to select a it's permanent. You can't revert it. You get to choose a different mastery. And so each one has 3 different masteries. The Sentinel has Forge Guard, Paladin, and Void Knight. I'm playing Void Knight, and it kind of operates the same. Once you pick it, you get a mastery skill, which is its own thing, and then more passive skill points that you can build into. Once you build into this, you get like a kind of like an ultimate skill. Yeah, those dogs are crazy. You can only get the ultimate skill from your mastery class, but you can put points into these other masteries to kind of customize your build a little bit more. So there's a lot of flexibility in how you build it. But this is just the start. The whole other part of this is you have 5 skills that you can put into specialization, and each skill has its own passive talent tree. So like if you want to, like certain skills through its passive talent tree, you can convert the damage from this case, like if I wanted to convert Void Cleave, which is one of my skills, into like fire or something like that, you can do that. So like right here, I can convert this into fire damage instead, and then focused on doing more fire damage with this. And then you can look into different skills and see how they play off each other. Like I have this lunge ability, specifically because whenever I use it, it resets the cooldown of some of my other skills that I have. So you can really like build your way into this, and it's really crazy. Yeah, those wolves they're tough, but they give a lot of experience. Although they don't give you anything good. Like, you can't get any beef off them. So this game is very granular and very fun. There's a lot of shit you can do. And what you're looking at here is just one class on one specific specialization. You can go Forge Knight. You can go Paladin. I went Void Knight because I have not played Void Knight before. Yeah, and I'm doing endgame content right now, which are called monoliths. Where essentially as you complete these different monoliths, you get different like buffs, like permanent buffs for this. Like, you know, increase how much of a certain item you can find, or increase gold that you find, and you can pick between the different ones as you accomplish them. And then some of the dungeons in the game are really cool. Like there's something called the Temporal Sanctum dungeon, and when you complete the Temporal Sanctum dungeon, it allows you to take any item that has something called legendary potential on it, and essentially merge it with another item of the same type that's exalted. So exalted ones are purple, like your normal items, but they have like a higher tier affix on it, and it has a random chance of adding one or more of those affixes. So it gives you like kind of a unique way to approach dungeons, and kind of micro focus how you want to build like a certain item or something. The game is, and it seems like a lot, I know, but the game does a good job of introducing it to you, and it's not hard to understand. And this is the new mechanic. So like you have these things called Nemesis, where they offer you 4 items, and you can either banish it, move on to the next one, or you can empower them and make them stronger. It's a lot, but it's not something that you really need to... You don't need to know all that shit all at once, you know? It's fun. I played it when it before it was launched, and I played it on launch, and it was still a good game then. But they have done a lot to make the game better. I'm a person who, if I think a game is good, I will tell you it's good. And as someone who's spent a lot of time playing ARPGs, like between this and Diablo 4 and Path of Exile, Torchlight Infinite, like from all realms of difficulty, I'd like to think that I'm relatively knowledgeable. And I don't want to steer people wrong. And if someone asks me what I think or anything like that, I'm gonna try to give them as much information as I have. Yeah, I'm doing so the monoliths. You kind of choose your own path throughout this. And each path has different modifiers and also different items they reward you with. So like you can get keys, which are for arenas, which is a dungeon. Ones that give you experience, one that gives you idols. Glyphs are a crafting resource. Affix shards are also a crafting resource. Gold, shields, weapons, and then sometimes like unique or set items will pop up in here that you can grab. So, and this is part of the end game stuff too. And once you have completed enough of these, you have the stability up here. And once you've reached like max stability, then you go through and complete the main quest line of this. And that's when you get like the permanent buff to the end game. Depending, and it's kind of random, I think, on what it gives you. You never know what you're going to get out of it. But what I really need right now is an exalted ring that has something good on it, so I can merge my current ring. Also, welcome back, Genko. I'm sorry, I was in the middle of talking.
Stand down or die.
This build is so good, so overpowered. And I'm proud to say that's my build. I made it up. Me. Not chat. Me. Just gotta figure out my resistances and mana conservation. Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, we'll go this way. Whatever. And if you end up picking it up, which you have any questions about it or whatever, absolutely feel free to ask. I'm happy to answer any questions that I'm capable of answering. Nice. Alright, I need to go up, I think. Why do I have to go talk to this guy? Yo, thank you very much for the follow, too. Muchos gracias. Damn. I just hit that guy for 58,000. Also, this game does not have any pay-to-win microtransactions. All their microtransactions are purely cosmetic. So it's basically you pay once and you play. That's it. And it's an indie dev, which is even better. An indie dev that made a game that far surpasses Blizzard in a number of ways. Pick it up. And what's even like wilder about this is they haven't really had many like network issues at all. When they did the first launch, they had a ton of network issues. But this cycle, like this whole season, has been like really, really good. I have not had any problems with playing online. And for an indie dev, that's saying a lot. So it seems like every game can't quite get their network issues together, in my experience. I mean, I think like on the first day, I think like in the first hour, I had like some problems getting in. It was a little laggy. But after that, no problems at all. None. And I love that. Uh-oh. I'm out of mana. What are the games you like to play? Or what games do you like to get into, I should say? Damn. I'm flying through this. Level 81. This is a level 80 timeline. Yep. Ryan's got you in FF14. I've had a few people tell me yes, I need to get into it. I don't know if I can. Fortnite with the buds? Fortnite. I haven't played Fortnite since, like, ever. Holy shit. Yeah, so here's the part where you get to choose. So you can get... I can increase my drop rates of different things. So I'm going to do this one. It increases amulet shard drop rate. No, I think I played Fortnite like maybe in maybe their first season. It was never really my cup of tea. I played a lot of Overwatch, which I think I'm probably more embarrassed to admit. That's interesting. Melee void damage. %100% chance to cast Abyssal Echoes on melee kill or melee boss hit or rare enemy. 6.8% void damage. Leech says health on hit. Good?
Huh?
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I have an interesting trident. I need to go back and like redo some of these, like with higher corruption. I think this one has corruption on it already. Right on, Witch. Appreciate it. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for coming in and hanging out and chatting. I'm glad to have you. I hope your internet stops acting a fool. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Appreciate you coming in with the raid.
Yes.
Stand down or die.
Sometimes streaming is fun, chat. Oh my god, the second bot tonight. Stop. Bots have been bad lately. Nope, not that way. Merit. Oh.
What brings you here?
You bring me here. Yep. Yeah, I made him for you. Or I made him for whoever is going to use him. Two more mechanical parts for a wrench. Can you make a wrench, or do you need me to make it? Okay. Make me one, because I can only make a level 1. I mean, yeah, but I can make one. Like they were just sitting here talking about totally different game out of context of this. Kind of funny. Stats in this item are doubled for 1 second after using a potion. Interesting. And it has Weaver's Will on it. Running out of space. Yep. Shit on him. Critical strike avoidance to crack damage. Critical strike avoidance 100%. Damn. Alright. Well, where to next? We're both level 90. See how we survive in a level 90 monolith. Oh. I'm still one-shotting everything. So that's a good sign. Thankfully, I leech health with void damage. Oh, I'd be totally screwed here. Fuck. I was totally screwed there anyways. I got stunned. Alright, well. Guess we'll go a different way. Jesus. This thing is kind of annoying. Damn. My mana back. Nope. Getting sick of those interrupts. Shit. Birds, dude. That was scary. Void damage on that? Not much though. Infinite chance for plus 30 throwing fire damage with shield throw. I kind of want to make a shield throw build. I'd have to start another character though.
Stand down or die.
Alright, you guys gotta stop that shit. I'm gonna take that so I can shatter it. Still have not found a good ring. Rare staves? I don't really want that. Alright. Damn, it's 9 o'clock. I don't want to work tonight, chat. Oops. +4 hammer throw. Okay.
Stand down or die.
Thank you. Boring. Boots. A lot of like uniques. It's pretty sick. has legendary potential on it. This game has so many cool items. Makes me very happy. What's this? Ah. Getting sick of the interrupts. Stand down, you die. Okay. Ooh. Now let's see if there's a nemesis here. We'll search a little bit. I'm gonna have to get going here shortly. I can mentally prepare to have to work. I don't want to go. I'm having fun with this. Yeah, I'm gonna keep putting points into this. Lightning colder. We'll eventually have that covered. I don't think there's a nemesis here. That is okay. A lot of materials, though. Money. No. Really need rings. That's really the thing we need. Ow. Just need a decent exalted ring. So you know what I could do? I could go to the observatory and see if they have anything. Forgot about that. I probably have plenty of points for it. Oh yeah, 31,000 favor. Shit on. Alright, yeah, let's go to our observatory. Alex are 50% more likely to be exalted. 5% chance for double rewards from monolith echoes. Damn. Pretty damn good. Guess I can grab some good opportunity to spend time with your animals. We're fine. Death of God, Hunter, Stone Lands Timeline, Soulfire Bastion. The Crossroads. Yeah, I'm gonna take that one. Exalted Ring. Lightless Arbor 2. Okay. What else we got in here? Unique Quiver, unique offhand catalyst, exalted weapon. Unique helmet. Deaths of Boss. It's 3 of those. Right on, yeah, I'll probably be on, and so I'll dick around with it too. I need to get some lenses.
What is it that you seek?
Yes? I was just to amend the record. How can I help you?
Alright, I need... Yeah, here's lenses. No, it's not what I wanted, but okay. Hey.
Yes? I was just on my way to amend the record. How can I help you?
Fuck. Toxic Celestial Ring of Blocking. How much does this cost? 7,500. Common? Fuck. Toxic Ring of Reflection. God damn it. Hoping one of those would be exalted, but... Right on, dude. I appreciate it, Tide. Absolutely, man. And thank you again, by the way. I'm just gonna sell these back to you.
I was just on my way to amend the record. How can I help you?
Three deaths of a boss. 9 deaths of amber elementals in lightless arbor, tier 2. Okay. Alright, well, chat, on that note, I think I am gonna have to call it a night. I need to go prepare for work this evening. And shit. So, that being said, I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's my birthday, chat. Yay. What time did I say I was going to stream tomorrow? Yeah, 1 p.m. Approximately 1 p.m. around then. Yeah, it's 9:16 right now. So, okay. But thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, everyone, for all the support today. Rosie and Ronnie with the raids, and Crazy with the resub, and Witch with the follow and everything. I appreciate it, guys. I'm gonna be 38 years old tomorrow, so tomorrow, while it is my birthday stream, it's not the official birthday. Well, it's not the real birthday like stream thing that I'm gonna be doing. That's gonna be on Saturday. We'll be doing Quake Mission July with a full 3 playthrough of Quake 1, 2, and 3. Poggers. But I will see you guys then. I love you. Thank you so much for being supportive. I hope you guys have a good remainder of your evening and a good morning tomorrow. And I'll see you guys then. Peace.